Alright, this is Calibos, and we're playing Enigmatica 2. Right. So, I actually haven't even finished uploading the second, or the previous episode. It's still uploading now. But turns out, Mekanism cables. My hero. I love Mekanism. So, yeah, they won't pull from a bat box. But they power everything else. So that's pretty cool. And I love that. So I no longer need the generator because this will provide all of the power that I could want. And I'm just going to break this. So I haven't decided, but I might just do a bonus episode. So one of the things that just happened was while I was passing the time, I looked up crystals because I was looking up ores and stuff like that. And we made some 4 chironite blocks. We actually need a total of 6, but we have 4 going. We have some tier 3 structure frames. I think in the future I'm probably going to make the 6 blocks of whatever and then start upgrading everything. And we'll see how that works. So if you'll recall, pop to that. So the tier 3 requires 56 structure frames and 52 structure panels. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see where we are as far as that. But, for as far as the frames, we have 37 tier 2 and 23 tier 3. So let's look at the panels. We have 24. Looks like we're going to need... how many of the previous ones do we have? So the 2 has 16 panels. So if we have 16 and panels 24, that actually works out to 40. So we need about 16 more panels. Oops. So panel. So let's so we need 16 more connectors for, so that's 16 connectors. Now we need some iron bars, and we'll do 1 crafting. We'll actually need 4 times 16 is 64, so we'll need that many. So now we need some gold. Please goes for gold, gold, gold. We'll pop this out. Do this. Do that. Just make all of it. So that gives us 16 structure panels. So we actually have because I made those before. Oops, unlock. So we'll take this, grab that. Oh, it's a reinforcement. I have a couple of those. This is from the chironite. We have that. We'll take that. Energy infuser. That's cool, actually. So looking at this, our next stage is the void ore miner tier 3. So in order to make this, we need 2 more blocks of chironite. So we are sadly sitting at not 2 more blocks of chironite. And this is, of course, where we've been getting our ore all along. And it is just kind of slowly building up. So let's look at this really quick. So we need some litherite. So I think we have some litherite crystals here. So we need 4 of those. So it looks like we need some obsidian and some interconnect and a diode. So that's glass, that's a diode. Some interconnect. Do we actually need more interconnect? We do, sadly. I hate interconnect. So we'll need 2 craftings of this. Not specifically for... Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go, that. And that. Void resource miner. So I seem to recall that these actually are exactly the same size as the other ones. Oops. That gives us andesite. Chiseled andesite. Go us. So we're... go back. We're gonna... If we follow this up, we're gonna need more erodium and stuff. And the uses... And so this is actually going to produce grass, rocks, sand, you know, obsidian, netherrack, clay, soul sand, mycelium, and stone. So some of this is going to be cool, and some of this is just going to be really silly. We're going to end up with lots of clay and mica and sponge. Terracotta. So I'm not convinced that I want to set this up. If we end up needing some of these resources, then naturally we will. So in order to bump this to the next level, we are going to need, as I said, 6 erodium blocks, and each of these require 9. So we're going to need 54 erodium crystals. I do not believe that we have that. Yeah, we have 14. So these are going to take forever in a day. So I just thought I would like get this done while we wait for a while more. Because remember, we're doing this in 25-minute chunks plus any time that I happen to leave the system going, which I will probably do tonight just to get another big chunk of these crystals harvested and to replenish the ores, because the ores don't generate very fast. Speaking of which, we should really go and look at our power. So let's go ahead and process some more uranium, which is just make work, I guess. I know you guys are super excited about uranium. And we're actually going to process it out here. So silicon, because this is super fast. And we're just going to pull, nope. Pull. Switch this to furnace only so it goes faster, and just cook all this down. And then that will eventually come out here. Why is this not pushing? Does uranium not go in boxes? I do not understand. Well, you know, whatever. that out. That is so weird. So anyway, toss that into power. Have I mentioned that I love Mekanism recently? So now that we're doing more stuff, we are actually using more power. So that is something to be aware of. Let's check that in there. We'll happily do power things and then pull that out. Toss that in there. Toss that in there. That is all unimportant to what we are currently doing, but it is stuff that needs to be continuously worked on. So, back to IC2. So, I claimed the reward for the metal former. It was like food or something. So let's knock out that blast furnace really quick. So blast furnace. So we're going to need a heat conductor. So that's going to require copper plates. So one of the things that I did was I began processing some of the copper. So we actually can process a bunch more of it. Metal former, we need rolling. So let's make some of this. How much copper do we have in here? Okay, we have enough. So we're just going to basically use that up and make this and stuff. So now that we have plates, so there are speed upgrades that we can actually add to this, which make it use more power. So I wonder if we have any of these in the quest. Why is it doing that to IC2? No. Okay. So I don't see any here. Let's go into the blast furnace. Okay, good. So IC2 upgrades. So we can throw down some overclocker upgrades. So we'll need some coolant cells. So I do believe that these require kind of any tank, I think. So we need coolant. So how do we make the IC2 coolant? Lapis lazuli dust into water with a fluid solid canning machine. So let's make one of these. Switch that to wires. Do that. So that's that. So it doesn't save us any on the like the plates and stuff like that. But what it does do for us is we're using up less iron and making the hammers. And then once we have the coolant thing, I'm sure there's got to be a quest for that. Blast furnace. Yeah, it's totally our next quest. I knew that, because I'm amazing. Switch back, there we go. Whatever. Why are we not doing things? Huh. That's a little weird. And by little, I mean really weird. But we have that now. Got that. So we're just going to go ahead and combine these, because I suspect that we're probably going to end up making a lot of cool things. You know, after we finish with the IC2 anyway. So a plate. Wait for that to finish. We'll get some iron. Toss that in the furnace. One more. So switch it to okay. So we'll do 10 plates because I think that we're going to need, you know, 8 and 1, and then we're going to need some of these tin item casings. So 10. Is that also 10? Just 10. That's an actual IC2 ingot. So we need 5 of the, 8 and then 1, so we need 9. I'm almost tempted to make another metal former. Can we have a bucket? We do. 5. So we need a kitchen sink, really. Counter. We just need a sink. So let's go back out and fetch a thing of water. Head back in. Wait. Uranium. Power. So now we won't run out of power. IC2. So this will give us the sink. And with the sink, so we can put the sink somewhere and then pull water from it into whatever. So let's go ahead and make another mechanism cable. Oh, we don't have a configurator, so let's make a... we actually probably have thermal foundation. Thermal fluid duct. We can take one of these, 2 of these, and a servo, and that should be fine. Let's check this. So let's go ahead and throw down for another 10 while we're not doing anything in particular. So we need one of these. Oh, we were doing something, weren't we? IC2. Solid. So now we needed tin casings and one of these. So we have 2. 10. Let's pull this out. Because again, we're not so worried about power. So that would be 7. So 10. Iron plates. So 6 and 8. So let's make a couple of these. We're not going to use all of these because it should double. Like I said, this is only marginally more efficient than the hammer. I wish that it was it was even more efficient than that. But it is saving us iron, and we're using RF, so that makes me happy. So we'll do that. So now we'll do this, and that should make our casings. And then once the casings are done, we'll be able to make the solid, the solid fluid solid canning machine, and that will allow us to make coolant with the lapis, which we should have some lapis here, I think. Lapis, yeah, we have a little bit of lapis. So that gives us this, which is a quest. So it's got power. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and pop the sink down here. And then we're going to do fluid duct, and so now we should just be able to do the lapis dust. Okay, so uses for this with the, does it require 8 with the regular water, 1 with the distilled water? How do we make distilled water? So it doesn't say. Oh, solar distiller. It still doesn't say, but we could try to make some. So we'll need 8 tin item casings, some glass, and yeah. Let's rock out some tin. 3. Do we have glass? Glass. I suspect very strongly that a solar thing is not going to work so well inside. But, you know. It's a theory. Do I have glass in here? I probably do. No, just the 2. Okay, so let's pop into here really quick. So this is done. Let's feed that through again. So we have this, we have this. We need, oh. So let's pop that in there, do that, do that. So let us see. 2, and one more, and one more, and then so we're going to need some iron, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I can probably just use this up since I have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. And that gives us an item casing. And that gives us a solar distiller, which I have no idea if that is a quest. No, we did this. Let's claim that. So it does not appear to be a quest, but we have it. So let's pull up some lapis really quick. So a couple more, that'll be done. Pull that out, pop that in there. That's finished. But yeah, let's go ahead and call this episode here. We've made slightly more. We did some universal cable things and stuff. We have the joy of not needing our generator because we have a bigger generator. We still haven't made the blast furnace. And I would like to... Let's pull this out. I don't really care about power. Let's toss this in here. And we'll make the... we'll make at least one coolant thing just to make sure that our machine works. Because randomly it may not work. I honestly can't get it to... Okay, so this is a mode change button. That was me clicking on it. And I'll play around with the solar distiller and see if that allows me to do anything crazy. Because it would certainly be cheaper to use distilled water if it's only 1 lapis a piece. Okay, so now this is doing a thing. So if I put a bucket, so that gives us coolant. So there's got to be a way to, like... I think you actually need a cell. Oh, no, it works. So you have to switch the tanks because the fluid only goes this way. Then you switch it to fill cell, put the bucket here, and then I screw myself. By doing that. So, good to know. So do we have any tin? Hey guys. I don't want to... Oh man. So I will have to turn this off, drain it, because if I pick that up, it's going to break the machine, and then I'll have to make it over. And that would be really obnoxious. Oh, we have Nutella. That's a thing? I guess your bonus episode is bonus because it's longer. 5 minutes longer, in fact. This gives us the tin plate, which gives us the coolant cell, and the coolant cell. Once we have 3 of those, and I'll probably do more off camera, I'll start making overclocking upgrades, which will decrease processing times and stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed a bonus episode. You folks have, well, if you liked it, leave a like. If you don't like it, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. You folks have a good night.